What's on your mind?
Let me am I able to use I don't Zoom, so hold on. Um, hold on. Am I able to be on YouTube and still, I guess, be seen or heard?
You can't see me right now, right?
No, I can't see you.
Yeah, I don't because that's because my camera is connected through my camera is connected through YouTube, so you won't be able to see me. You'll be able to hear me, but everybody can see and hear you, and I can see and
Okay.
hear you.
But if I go back to YouTube to like go back to our conversation, you would still be able to hear me?
I don't think so, but it will be delayed anyway.
Okay, can you hear me now? Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, so what's on your mind?
Okay, I was just asking questions. Okay, let me go
Mhm.
back. Um, I was doing a lot of comments because I was struggling trying to tap in.
That's all good.
Okay, what do you mean? Yeah, you were talking about defending a position. Can you like elaborate on what you mean by that?
Defend your position, meaning force. So, you gotta turn your camera on, Aquila. That's the only rule that I have.
Sorry, I wasn't turning off.
No, it's all
I
good.
was trying to
It's all
tap.
good. It's all
Okay.
good. Defend your position just means defend your position. It means force. So, for example, women's rights. Women's rights is defended on men. It's not defended by women. It's defended by men.
That is because there are men who are in power right now, which they are trying to.
Why are
Okay,
the
all
men? Okay,
right.
why are the men in power?
Because of the patriarchy,
Why is the
and
patriarchy?
that's
Why is the patriarchy in power?
because men. I think it may be a misunderstanding what's going on. So, are you saying are you like I know that men are like
This is the thing. This is what I'm saying, Aquila.
yeah.
And it's gonna sound fucked up, but it's just an example.
I feel like I know what you're gonna say, but go ahead.
What am I gonna say?
You're basically gonna no, sorry, go ahead, sorry. I shouldn't go ahead.
The point that I make it is, if every woman today, if every woman said we're gonna come together and we're gonna destroy all men, y'all wouldn't win. Even if you had the powers to win, even if we gave you more resources than men had, you wouldn't win because you cannot physically defend your position. If I wanted to walk into your house right now and behead you, I could.
Okay,
Now you
so
can
you're
shoot me.
saying
Hold on, let me finish.
okay, yeah, so, yeah, go ahead.
You can shoot me, but you can shoot me with a gun. You can shoot me with a gun. You wouldn't be able to defend your position physically. That's what I mean. And even if
So
you do shoot, let me
sorry,
finish.
yeah,
Even if you do shoot me with a
yeah,
gun, even if you do shoot me with a gun, that gun, the gunpowder, the bullet, the steel made to use that gun, everything
okay, got
comes
it.
from men. So it's not to say that women aren't good people. It's not to say that women aren't important. It is to say that everything that you have right now is defended by a man. So when you say that I'm a woman and I'm in a leadership position, well, you can't be in a leadership position because you have to defend that position. And to defend that position, you need a man to do so. If you walk in the alley and you're walking at night, you have to worry about what's in the dark. The difference is I'm the thing you have to worry about that's in the dark.
Is it my turn?
Mhm.
Okay. So I feel like position is the wrong word then because or not like adequate word. Because
Okay.
obviously physically, like I'm 5'1", like I'm in the military, but like I know that there are men who are not in the military who could kick my ass. Okay. I'm not saying that like or I haven't even like I guess offered a stance, but I absolutely agree that most men could physically dominate most women. But when you were saying position, I thought you meant like a woman as the president or any sort of leader of anything, a company, I don't know, leader of the bus. They wouldn't be able to like do what is needed in order to defend, I guess, their position as president, their position as CEO, because I don't need to be physically stronger than anybody to like be a leader, to be in power.
How would you, okay, so if you say okay, you would okay, who would defend your position if you were in charge? When I say position, okay, you said I used the wrong term. What is a position?
A position is like a status.
Right, it's a
Like,
placement. It's a placement. It can be an
right.
argument. It could be an argument. So my position on an argument, but it also can be, like you said, a status. It can be a placement. So if you are a woman who leads a branch in the military, let's say you're in the military, so if you lead a branch, who is going to defend you to stay in that leadership position?
Well, obviously, the people who are in the military,
Who
and
are
most
the
of the higher percentage of the military is men, and that is because women were supposed to be docile and in the kitchen and
It's
all this
not. That's
stuff.
not why. That's not why. It's because
We,
men are superior physically than you.
yes, you are right. But if the military just so happens to be all women, then it will be women who be defending me. Like
No,
Donald
it wouldn't
Trump.
be. There are more women in America. I got you. There are more women in America than men. The reason why women aren't in the military in mass is because women are not physically biologically capable to be in the military in mass. Do you know why there's been never ever been a woman who has ever been in a SEAL Team 6?
Why?
Even though plenty of women
Again,
have trained and tried to, because they can't pass because the rigorous training is too hard. No woman has ever been able to pass SEAL Team 6 training.
again.
High
So I
positions of military ranking like that, women are not physically capable to do so. So what I'm not
right.
saying is women. What I'm not saying is, so for example, there are women who could beat a man's ass. I think we both could agree to that. There are women out there who could beat a man's ass. But if
Yeah.
you take
Depending on the woman, depending on the man.
right, but we're speaking on in the masses of people. In the masses of people, when you take the average man and the average woman, the average man would destroy the average woman.
Okay, and so you are clearly talking about physical. That's why I asked what you meant by position.
Talking about physical
And
and,
I
and
was
mental
asked,
as well, mental capacity as well.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, why do you feel that way? What? What?
Yeah, mental capacity as well.
Why? 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 Because men have bigger heads than women, so like physiologically, like they have to have like they have more brain space to like keep up more. Why? What?
No, because biologically, women operate on their brain more so on the right side of their brain. Men operate more so on the left side of their brain. Women operate on the right side of their brain, which is the side of creativity, emotion, and empathy. Men operate on the left side of their brain, which is logic, reasoning, and just decision making. So it's not to say that
men
women. It's
anger,
not.
also anger, ego, and all this stuff. Also, the same way that like people feel that like emotions rule and like affect women.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing is it's the same thing for men. It's just different like expressions
Agreed.
of like their so men make rash decisions, like everybody makes rash decisions
Right.
based off of anger, based off of ego, based off of like embarrassment, like everything. So I mean, sure, yes, women are more emotional, like writ large, women are more emotional, but like yeah, I can no. I agree that physically, most men can physically dominate women. But again, you said position, which is why I asked. I don't even know why I clicked on this thing, but I clicked on it. Actually, no, I know why I clicked on it because I watched the video of like the Puerto Rican lady, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, and he's live. Let me see. But
Appreciate it.
then you were saying something about like position, and I just asked about position. Again, a position is a status, and the only way that position would mean like a physical embodiment is if you meant like your position like in front of your physical position, but like you saying defending a position like that it's normally not um like related or correlated to or when you say position, no one the first thought that someone thinks is not a physical thing or like a what physical ability. There we go. The first thing that people think is like your stature, your status. So whether it's like my position as the woman of the house, my position as a CEO, my position as a
Hold on. Let's
manager at
stop. Let's do
McDonald's.
that. Let's walk that one by one.
Uh-huh.
Who made you the woman of the house? Why do you call it the woman of the house? Who put
So
that in place?
so okay. So that one that's not me.
No, I'm not saying it's
One.
you. You're giving a hypothetical. I'm saying
Okay, like you in general. Okay, gotcha. Okay,
what is the woman of the house? What does that entail?
so in this situation, when I say woman of the house, I'm
Mhm.
talking about like traditional woman roles. And so the woman, well, I guess nowadays, back in the day, there was no choice. Women had to be the woman of the house, and the man
Let's
had to be the
let's
man of
let's
the
stay
house.
let's
No,
sit
no,
on
no.
that point.
Can I finish?
But
Can I
I
finish?
want to sit on that point though. I
Okay,
want to sit
right.
on that point. You said back in the day, women had no choice. Why didn't they have a choice?
Because to your point, physically, women are not able to dominate men.
Okay.
However, now, can,
To the
now
point, women can't physically out dominate men. So all the freedoms that women have today is giving to and it's defended. That position that you have to be in the military, that the position that you have to operate as a free woman in American society, that position is defended by who? Is it defended by women or is it defended by men? Because even the women's rights movement was a position that women had, but they wanted men to defend it. You have to have men defend your position. I
so
want equality. I
I
want
think
freedom. I want to do what men do. I
I
need the
think
men to give this to me.
no, I think what would be a more accurate statement is one, I want men to not impede me from doing this
That's fine.
because that
I agree.
and so that's what it is. Again, because
I
men
agree.
have been in charge because they're physically able to dominate women. But nowadays, like I was saying, nowadays, like people we don't there's no ha he who like there no, we're not cavemen. And so reputation is everything, words mean things, like people care about their clout and like the 2025 era. When I don't want to say 2025, like social media and all this stuff, people care about the reputations more now than ever because the reputations are not just when they walk out of the house. They're not just when I walk into my work, my job. It's everything else because of because of our phones, our cameras, our everything. So that is why women are starting to get power or whatever because they're loud because they've been loud. They've been loud since, I mean, I don't know time frames or anything like that, but like women have always been fighting for women's rights, but now it matters more. People care more about like being on the wrong side of history. Okay, and so I am not arguing with you, sir, that men are physically strong. Like generally, men are also. Am I loud? I feel
No,
like
and I
I'm
also want to make another point too. Hold what you have. Y'all, she's not I'm
dag
hold on.
nabbit.
Hold on. Hold what you have.
Okay.
She's not being combative. This is a conversation that we're having.
Mhm.
She's allowed to give. I'm speaking to the chat. She's
Oh
allowed to. Hold on, Keela. I got you. She's allowed to have an opinion. I told her to come on. So this is a debate. We're in conversation we're having with a respectful discourse. She's not being combative. She's having a conversation. Although we disagree, she's allowed. I wanted her to come up. She's giving her perspective. And actually, she quiet when I'm talking. So I don't think she's being combative. I think she's arguing her position. We just disagree.
I'm a
Go ahead.
paralegal. I know how to have like a discourse. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Well, what was I saying?
You were speaking on you were talking fuck, I just had it.
Somebody in the chat, maybe look at the chat. I can't see
You
it.
said that we don't want to be on the wrong side of history. People are trying to now women have more freedoms today. You were talking
Oh
about the
yes,
physical
yes,
nature of
the
it and how
repeating.
men are more
Yes,
physical, but go ahead.
yes. And so what I am saying is like there I don't disagree with you that men are physically capable of dominating women. And if that is the way, no, that's not the way we do things anymore. So, I
You sure? You sure
no,
that's not
it's not. No, it's not. It shouldn't be the way we do things. So like it's frowned upon, basically, right? And
okay?
so now women are trying to fight to get into the spaces, and we've come a long way.
Let me ask.
Same as black people. Because ooh, this is the same. Replace men and women with white man or white people, man, black people, women. We have been kept back, and now we are forcing our ways into spaces that we were not allowed to be in before.
Yeah, but let me tell you
And
this.
it's gonna take some time.
That's a false equivalency because that's a false equivalency. And the reason why
Yeah.
that's a false equivalency is because we're talking about the biological makeup of people and why things are the way it is. When you're arguing race, when you're Keela, you gotta come on. You're not really making your point right now. You give me your
So
opinion. I'm being calm. I'm not. You gotta relax. When you're arguing about race and you're arguing about black and white versus men and women. Well, first off, we're not. This isn't a conversation based off of skin color. So when you're talking about race, you're not. It's men as a whole. So when you're talking about black and
no, no,
white,
no.
you're
That, that
you're
that was
speaking
just an
about.
analogy. It was just an
I
analogy.
know, but I'm
And
telling you, it's a
if
false.
it didn't land, fair. I get it.
Hold on.
Sometimes
But I want to
analogies
let me
don't clear.
finish. Let me finish. It's a false equivalency because you're talking about ideology of superiority. You're talking about a different time frame. What I'm talking about is biology. Biology always stays the same. Biology isn't going to change as far as, I mean, evolution changes obviously, but it's not millions of years. Biology is what it is. And my argument is not about racial. My argument is about men and women differences. And the point that I'm making is, and you said, and this is what I think you're not grasping. Everything that you have today is because men gave it to you. I'm not saying that you didn't work hard. I'm not saying that you didn't study, you didn't go to school, you didn't put your foot in the game. You're in the military and I appreciate your service. The point that I'm making is everything that a woman has today, the freedoms to be able to go to work, to be able to do this, it's all based on what men gave you and men saying, you
No.
know what?
What
Let me
men
finish.
stopped taking
You
from
have to.
us.
Okay, you can argue that. Sure, you can argue that. I'm not arguing it. I'm not saying that women weren't oppressed and women weren't able to do so. What I'm saying is you are oppressed historically. Historically, you were based on based on the fact that your lack thereof of physical biology. That's really all it is. It all stems from physical. You can argue the ideology all day. But if a woman was screaming to the top of her lungs, it wouldn't change anything because she would still need a man to change it for her. Let me ask you a question because you said we're not in that time anymore. Do you have a man? Do you have a boyfriend or a husband?
No, but can I
Okay.
pause real quick because I have a Postmates order. I mean I
Go
don't
get
know
your
if this
food.
is
Go get your food. Go
important.
ahead. Get your food. Go ahead.
Okay, hold
Get your food.
up.
Postmates was created by a man, by the way. And the life you have, sir, was given to you by a woman. Put some respect on women. I am putting respect on women. And also, no, the life I have is not given to me by a woman. The life I have was given to me by a man and a woman. I have life in my balls right now. Women don't create children. Men create children. Women harvest children and turn them into, being able to live a life. But it's men create life. Women don't create life. Women harvest life and give life a freedom to exist. Men have life. We have life in our balls. I have millions and millions of babies in my nutsack right now. So no, women don't create children. I know that's, you don't like to hear that, but that's the truth. Women don't create children. Men do. Women harvest it. Both are equally as important. So I'm not here because of a man. I'm not here because of a woman. I'm here because a man and a woman laid down with each other and created me. That's why I'm here. It's not a one-sided thing when it comes to creation. Would you like to come up, Lyric? Would you like to come up? And you're a man, I'm assuming, right? Let me see. Yeah, you a man. So I would love for you to come up because you should be able to defend your position as a man. So you can come up, hit the link, come up. We can talk about it. Let's do it.
Okay, want me to tap out?
No. I want you to
Oh,
I don't. You were saying something. I want you to go ahead.
also it wasn't food, it was alcohol. But I no. You were saying something. You said or you ended on men physically dominate women.
Oh yeah, I know the point that I
So
was making. Yeah, I was gonna ask you a question. Do you have a man? Do you have a boyfriend or a
yes.
husband? Or
No,
okay,
no. Well, I had a husband. No, I not anymore.
okay. Any man that you would ever deal with, do you expect him to protect you?
I would love for him to protect
No,
me.
no, 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 no. I didn't ask if you would love him to. I asked you if you were dealing with a man, do you expect him to protect you?
So sure, but my husband did not. So
Okay, I'm not asking about him. I'm asking about
okay.
what you expect
Yes,
from a
that's why I
man.
said I would love it. I expect it. Yes,
Why do you expect him to protect you?
because it makes me feel good inside.
No, no, no. Come on, Keela.
Because I'm being
Okay,
one
why does
hundred
it
and
make you
fifty
feel
percent
okay,
honest.
let's go with that. Why does it make you feel good inside?
We because I am very dominant at work. And I don't want to be dominant at home. I don't want to have to think about anything. I don't want to have to be the one. And so I want to be
Why?
able to be I want to be able to be loose, light, and like
Why?
have somebody else take it over for me because
Why?
yeah.
Why?
What do you mean? Well, because wait, I think I don't understand your question.
Why? You
What do
said
you mean why?
you want to
I
feel
just
loose. You want to feel loose. You want to
because
feel
I
girly.
said
Why?
yes, I want to feel girly because I don't get to feel that when I'm at work.
Why?
I have to have the answer. I have to make sure that my attorneys don't fuck up. Like I gotta make sure that like if they don't think about something, I gotta think about it, and then also the third, fourth, and fifth order like effect. Like that is why. That is
Keela, the
why.
point is you're proving my point. You're proving my point.
Which
You
is I
would
have.
not. No. You're proving my point in the sense of you said earlier that we're not in that time anymore. You said that we're not in that time anymore, and we're not cavemen. Which I mean, you're right. We're not cave. Well, we was never cavemen. They was. But that's not the point. The point is,
Fair.
um, you say we're not in that time anymore, but we actually are because you wouldn't deal with a man that wouldn't defend your position as a woman. So
Yes,
even in
and
your
so
own personal life, you would never ever lay down with the man, take a man seriously, if you felt as though he was not defending your position. Why do you need a man to defend your position if what I'm saying is not true?
and so that's the thing. Like it's not defending my position. That's why I think that. Well,
What would
again,
it be then if it's not
if
defending
that's
your position?
he's defending me as a person. He's defending my person.
Why?
What do you mean? Why
Why
what?
do you expect a man to protect you? Why is he defending your person? Why does that make you feel good? The reason why, I'll tell you
Again,
why, because it doesn't seem like you want to answer the question. The reason why is because you're a woman and you know that you are superiorly you know that you are biologically inferior. You know that. So you need a man to make you feel safe and comfortable. That's why. So it's not to say that you're a woman and you're not important. It's not to say that you're biologically just at the bottom of the barrel. But it is to say is men and women are different and we operate in different ways. There are ways that women are superior than men. But in the sense of defending your position, making you feel safe, making you feel comfortable, able to exist, everything in that house right now, that house you own, those glasses, that t-shirt, the military in itself, the branch, the person who you had to go up under, the person who taught you, is because of man. And I find it funny how it's a struggle because this is the thing. Men understand this concept. You know why in the military, when women do it too, but when men go in the military, why do men say, sir, yes, sir, to a higher up? The reason why is because he knows that that man has put in work and he has to respect that man because that man is in a
so
superior.
what about when
He's
they say
in
ma'am,
a.
yes, ma'am? And also, it's not sir, yes,
Let's
sir.
go
It's
with
yes,
that.
sir.
Okay, yes, sir.
What about yes, ma'am?
Let's go with
But
that.
you gonna
That yes,
say that
ma'am.
she got there because of a man?
Exactly.
Okay,
Thank
yeah,
you.
okay.
It's all appointed by men. So to defend that position, it has to be defended by a man. I'm not saying that women are incapable of doing things. I'm not saying that women are just have a lack thereof of everything. The point that I'm making is men have to defend your position, whether that be women's rights, whether they make you feel safe in your own intricate lifestyle. If there was a man in the home right now, somebody ran up, you may go grab the gun and try to protect too, but you want your man to be on the front lines of it. And the reason why is because you expect a man to defend your position no matter what, whether it be society, whether it be relationship, whether it be anything, whether it be your children, no matter what. If you had a son and a daughter, if your son and your daughter was out and even if your son was younger than your daughter, if your daughter was 16 and your son was 14, you would expect your son to still defend his older sister. Why? Because he's a boy and he's a man and he has to defend his sister's honor and defend her position as his sister because he's a young boy. It is what it is.
Okay, am
Go
I?
ahead. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Also, let me know if I'm if
Go
I'm
ahead.
taking up too much time.
All right, go
Whatever.
ahead.
So again, I feel like we're arguing two different things. And so I won't say that you're missing my point, and also I'm not missing your point because I agree with you. But the way that you're applying your logic is illogical
Okay, tell me
because
how. Tell me how's illogical.
that's why I said it because. So you are talking about pure physical capabilities, right? And so you said that like it's a false equivalency because when I compared like the slave like the white versus black to men versus women, um yes, like I feel like the slaves could have if they I don't know I won't even try to pretend, even, like go there to think about like what was going on in there.
And it's not to knock black women, because we wouldn't be able to do it without black women. Who led the slave revolts? The first man to die in the Revolutionary War was Atticus Augustus, a black man.
Can you let me land a little bit?
I'm trying to let you land. It don't seem like you can formulate your point.
Okay. So yes, black people, like there for the black versus white, it's not a physical capability thing. However, they were still held back. For men and women, it was a physical capability thing. And so they were held back. For white versus black, it was just like I don't even know, like they thought we were animals and like white, whatever. Anyway, and so once black people started to, I don't know, fight for their rights, now we are able to get into spaces that we weren't able to get into before. And again, I am not disagreeing with your your argument about physical capabilities, okay? But I'm telling you, the men don't create my path. Men don't. If anything, again, they get out of the way, but they don't create the path. And it's the same for white versus black. They aren't. White people ain't giving us shit. They don't give us anything. They move out of the way so that we can be as great as we're gonna be. Same with women. Men are moving out of the way so that we can be as great as we're gonna be. Yes, they can still beat our asses. Okay, but that is not the point. That's not the position, the defending the position, because just because.
Keela, the bottom line, even in what you're talking about, when you talk about slavery, we fought back. You used the word fight. I didn't use the word fight. You used the word fight.
Yeah,
we were on the front lines fighting. That's not to say that women were not there. Black men wouldn't be able to do it without black women. The point that I'm making is who were on the front lines fighting in the slave revolt.
Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman was defended by the men who were during that situation. You can create right to make something. Stop. Just stop. Because I'm losing patience because you're not understanding what I'm saying. You're not understanding what I'm saying whatsoever. A woman can create an ideology, but it has to be defended by a man. That's the point that I'm making. So yeah, you can bring up Harriet Tubman. You can bring up any woman that you want to bring up in history about an ideology that she created, which could have been true, which could have 100% worked. The point is that the position has to be defended by a man. If you want to talk about slavery and the slave revolts, those were defended by men. A woman can create the whole concept, but it has to be defended by a man, so it wouldn't operate. And it's not to say that every single woman created every single concept about an ideology would come against slavery and racism. We're talking about the physical capabilities of both sides. So when you use the term, and let me finish, you also used the term, and you also said, now you cut me off. You made me forget what I was trying to say now. You were talking about moving out of the way. Men move out of the way to let women open and be able to exist. I agree with you, but the men had to move out of the way. White people didn't move out of the way. We fought back against it. That's the difference. So if you want to use your logic to say race and biology, men and women, black and white versus men and women, men are deliberately moving out of the way to say, you know what, we need to give these people, rights and equality. It wasn't the same for white and black. Black people fought against these people and won. We fought in every single war in this country. The first man to die in the Revolutionary War was Augustus Atticus, a black man. So what I'm not telling you is women are not important. What I'm telling you is any position that you have as a woman has to be defended by a man. You yourself want your man to defend you. Why? Because you know that he is biologically superior than you. So for you to feel safe, you have to be around him. It wouldn't be the other way around. So every point that you're making goes back to defense. America is the greatest country in the world because of defense. No other reason why.
I don't disagree there. But what? So you said that like, huh?
Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Okay. You said black people, black men fought and won against white people.
Yeah, black people were in those. Black men were in those wars. Women were allowed to go to war.
No, I'm not saying that's not true. However, we did not win. We did not win. The North won. We didn't win. Okay. And the reason why I know that we did, yes, we were free, but not even then. That's why we got Juneteenth. We weren't free right when we were supposed to be free. One, but two, the Jim Crow
Yeah,
era
Crispus
was
attackers.
still
I said Augustus attackers. My dumb ass. My
Crispus
bad.
addicts.
Bryce.
I figured that's what you.
Yeah,
Crispus
Crispus
addicts.
attack. Yeah, my dumb ass said
Addicts. Yeah,
Augustus attackers. My fault. I got the name wrong.
I got you. We fought whatever. But first of all, we weren't fighting, and I hope you. Okay, we were not fighting black versus white. We were fighting North versus South. Okay, like so it wasn't like we fought to. First of all, we wasn't supposed to be in it. Like it was them, and then they allowed us to join because they needed more people because their people were dying.
Okay, why? Okay,
a
why?
crazy rate.
Okay, why did the North win?
I'm sure it's because they had more. I don't know. These
Because
people,
the
my
because of
supervisor, we talk about the war 1812. I literally, I don't give a fuck about history
why did
in
the
that
North
way.
why did the North win?
Maybe because they had more people, because they were more
No.
strategic. Like they had the upper hand. Like
That's not why they won.
it's not just brute force. It's not just brute force.
It was because
Okay?
of brute force. War
It's
is brute force.
strategy. It's strategy.
Okay, who created the strategy?
It's obviously men because women were
So
not
what are you
able.
talking about?
Again.
Even if women were able
I
to, the
do
strategy would
not
have to be implemented
disagree.
by the men. You're just talking in circles at this point because I don't think that you don't want to concede at the fact that
No,
you
I
understand.
conceded multiple times. Like you don't want to concede, and
I'm
I
not
get
because
that.
you're not making a logical point that doesn't
You,
go back to
you
being
don't
a
agree,
defense.
and I get it. We're apparently we're just gonna have to agree to disagree.
But you're
I
not
get it.
agreeing. You're not agreeing. Your point is illogical because that everything goes back to defense. You can't have any position unless you can defend it. So that's why women can't lead because you can't defend your position. It can be taken away at any time if a man wanted to. Your freedoms, you able to have that fucking vape pen and those glasses and live in your house and order DoorDash and shit is because of men created a society for you to be able to do so.
I'm really trying to think of. I don't know specifically. The Amazon. There have been societies that have been ruled by women.
Where are they at?
Okay.
Name one.
That's why I said I can't think of any.
So then don't bring up. See, this is the difference between men and women. Stop right there. This is the difference between men and women.
There aren't many. Yes, you're right. There aren't many.
Why not? Why women are the majority, by the way? Why were those societies not able to prosper today?
No, what I'm saying.
Why were those societies not able to prosper today?
Because maybe a man came and like took it over.
Okay, then. So then those societies cannot be sustained because you can't defend your position.
What I am saying is a woman can defend. Women can defend women's positions. So I don't know. Like again, I don't know. I don't know how actually no. I'm not even going to try to argue like things that I really don't know. Like I don't know how those societies fell. I know that if there are more women who want to like defend a position than men, it has to be a significant amount. If you want to just go physical, it has to be a significant amount of women versus the men. Women are like if it's like 50 women against one man, it's a numbers game. Like the women are gonna win. Like I don't understand. So what I'm saying is women are starting to be put in places where we can defend positions, we can defend each other. But right now, historically, the people in power have been men because they are physically stronger than us. But now it's not all about physicality. Now it's not all about what you can kick in the door in and take.
Yes, it is. Yes, the fuck it is. It is about physicality. That's literally what it is. It's about physicality. It's about physicality. And it's about being logical. It's about physicality and being logical. That's literally what it's about.
Okay.
And that's always been the baseline of any successful society is because of physicality and logic.
Okay.
It's always been that way and it'll never change. I think you've been indoctrinated by modern feminism to make you think that you don't have to be a feminist to be indoctrinated by modern feminism. You don't have to be a feminist. You don't have to be a feminist to be indoctrinated by modern feminism. You don't have to be gay to be indoctrinated by the gay agenda. The point that you don't have to be a transgender to be indoctrinated to call a man a woman because he puts on a dress. So we can that doesn't make you a feminist. The point that I'm making, you have been indoctrinated the feminist agenda and the feminist movement to make you think that you got it based on just women just saying hoorah. No, you didn't. You got it because men said, okay, I'm going to give you this leeway because I understand what I'm doing might not be ethical.
Men have stepped out of the way. That's what I said.
So if they didn't step out of the way, what would be happening today? If they didn't step out of the way and women still wanted freedom, what would be happening?
I don't know, murders. I don't
know. No, you would still not be able to work. You wouldn't be in the military. You wouldn't be in the military. You'd be making breakfast. What time is it? You'd be seasoned. You'd be marinating chicken right now. You'd be marinating chicken.
6:48.
You would be marinating chicken for your husband right now. You'd be barefoot and pregnant.
I'd be making up light right now.
Exactly. Yeah. Your man would come home, you would give him a kiss on the cheek, say, I love you. I can't wait to see you. I got a movie set up for you. Mommy. The kid's running up to you and everything. He'd come home, put his bag down. He'd take his shoes off, take a shower. You got a hot bath ready for him. You got the food ready. It smell good, all that shit. That's what it would be.
And again, all this started because I wanted to know what position was, what you meant by position.
I told you what it was.
And no, I got you. And for you say position is physical.
No. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I never said position was physical. I never said that.
No. Sorry, not. Well, yes. The defending is physical, like being able to like actually defend as opposed to like defend, you know? And what? So like
what is that? What does that mean?
I can't see you. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about this?
Yeah, what does that mean? I don't know. What does that mean?
Speak.
Anybody can speak.
Exactly, I know. And so that's why I asked you what you meant by position. Because like if
I told you what position was, Keela. I told you what it was, Keela. Keela, what did I say position was earlier? What did I say? No, hold on. What did I say what position was earlier, Keela? What did I say it was?
Physical position.
No, that's not what I said it was. You don't listen. I never said position was physical position. I never said that. That didn't come out of my mouth not one time. What I said Can you tell me what I said? Because that's not what I said. Do you remember or would you like me to repeat?
No. So defend. You meant physical defend. Maybe I'll actually know because we can take that out because like you say position is like my example is being a CEO, whatever. But if a man comes up and kicks my ass and takes and says, "I'm gonna be the CEO right now, bitch," then yes, obviously I'm not gonna be the CEO anymore because he just kicked my ass. And if there's not a legal system in place or like any sort of freaking area for a redress or like for me to be heard and like get my position back, then obviously yes, I am not gonna get my position back because he kicked my ass and now he's the CEO. Cool, but I am not. And again, that's why I asked you what you meant by position because
what did I say position was? What did I say?
Oh my god.
You keep bringing up a point to try to make your point, but you are. I think we're having it. Listen to me.
You're talking about physicality.
Listen. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I never said position was physical. That's the issue that we're having. You can't. First of all, you can't sit still.
So I guess. What do you mean by defend? What do you mean by defend?
No, you mean what do I mean by position?
No. I'm asking you now. What do you mean by defend?
But your argument has been. Your argument has been my position. You said that my position meant stop. You have to stop talking. Because you're getting frustrated, and the reason why is because you're kind of proving my point as to why I think women can't lead. But your argument has been, what do I mean by position? That's been your main focus. This conversation, position. You said that I said position was physical position. I never said that. So would you like me to repeat what I said earlier?
No, but can I tell you what it is that I've after this entire conversation, what my understanding, and you're going to disagree, but I'm going to let you know.
No, it's not about disagreeing. It's not about agreeing or disagreeing. It's about understanding what I mean. It's not about agreeing or disagreeing.
Okay, but like what I'm saying is you're going to disagree or you're going to say that I don't understand, okay? But you want me to tell you what it is that I think your definition of position is.
What I want you to do is I want you to have me tell you what it is, so you don't have to say what I think or what I can.
Okay.
Unfortunately that's how a lot of women think. It's all about I feel like I thought you said. No, that's not what I said. What I said was very black and white. Would you like me to repeat it again so you can kind of get a
Yes,
better understanding?
please,
Thank you.
please,
Okay.
please.
When I say position, as you said earlier, and I agreed with you, position can mean, oh my goodness, my shit went out. Fuck, man. This is the universe losing patience. Yeah, she has an issue with understanding. I gotta wait 10 minutes. Not gonna let you. I can't bring nobody up unless I wait another 10 minutes. I ain't paying for Zoom. I don't pay. I didn't pay for Zoom. I gotta pay for Zoom. Can't believe you let bro make her food go. Y'all funny. Look, all position means what I was trying to get her to understand. Position means what she said earlier, which I agree with her. Position means it can mean your argument. So I'm arguing my position. That can mean my argument. So that can mean something that I say. So I believe all black people should be in jail. Let's say I'm a white person and I say all black people should be in jail. Okay, I can say that all day, but how can I defend that position if I can't actually get it to work? So position could mean your ideology and what you believe in. Position could be what I agree with her earlier, is her status. Position could be status. So she says she's in the military. Position could be a corporal. Position could be a sergeant. Position could be the president. Position could be a judge. Position could be a CEO. Position could be an entrepreneur, somebody in charge. It could be anything. Position could be just a woman that works at fucking Starbucks. Position can mean anything. Position doesn't mean defense. The point that I'm making is when I say position or when I say defense, I'm saying to have a position, it has to be defended. That's the point that I'm making. So a woman can have a position, but how can you defend that position to make that position make sense or make that position mean anything? You can't make your position mean anything if you have no defense mechanism behind it. That's how the world works. So and she even mentioned it. She mentioned the judicial system. She mentioned the like law enforcement. She mentioned, there being laws and policies in place. That's the defense of the position. So I'm America, and I say that Second Amendment. That's one of the Second Amendment is one of the rights for an American citizen. People have the right to bear arms. That is a position, and that position is defended by, number one, America being the greatest military in the world, right? Number two is that position is defended because, well, America, guess what? America, the guns have to come from the government. Well, I'm saying you could do it illegally, but the guns come from the government. You go to the store and buy guns. You get the gunpowder. You get the bullets. You get everything else. It's defended because America still controls the apparatus of these defense options that people have. You know why people aren't allowed to have a fucking machine gun? You know why people go to jail for having a switch? Because the position of it's being illegal to have an automatic gun is defended by men saying you can't have a Glock switch, so you're going to go to jail. That's what I mean by the position is whatever my ideology is or whatever my status is, but it's defended based on there being laws and policies in place, or it's defended by force. That's what I mean. And that's what I was trying to tell her over and over again. So you can say we're not in that time frame anymore. Yes, we are. We are so much in that time frame that that your position as a woman is you being able to speak on live, you being able to have a conversation, you being able to do anything. It's still defended and enforced by men. That's the point that I'm making. I don't know why that's a tough concept to understand. And we can't on one end say men don't lead anymore. Why are men leading? The black man doesn't lead. And then when I say, okay, cool, the black men should be leading, the women shouldn't be leading, and then it's like a problem. It's like you gotta choose one. One day we want men to lead, and men aren't leaders, and black men don't lead. The next day, well, why are you guys leading? What are you doing? What are we talking about? It's like you gotta pick a struggle. We can't be one day we don't do nothing, and the next day we try to do it. You shouldn't be doing that. It's women. It's like, come on, man.